Okay, hello and good evening, everyone. Well, you know I'm wearing my Raptor gear here. I got some friends who are supporting the Golden State, but it's okay. I'll wear my Raptor gear. But a little backstory on the Raptors with me. I am originally a 90s Bulls fan. I was all Bulls. See, I'm an Aries, born Aries. So, you know, the horns. I identified with the Bulls. I identified with the Bulls. And after the lockout back in 1996, I kind of lost the taste for the whole basketball thing and supporting any team and those kind of stuff. But then came around 2011, met my girlfriend, now wife. Our first date was a Raptors game. So we kept that up. We went to Raptors, a few Raptors games. We got married. Currently my wife, same girlfriend, which is my wife now. Went to Raptors games after Raptors games. Had 2 kids, and even my kids as babies, they went to Raptor games with earmuffs on their ears and stuff. Right, so that's it for the Raptors. That's the backstory with me and the Raptors. Yeah, so much going on right now in the world, man. It's a little disturbing when you look at it, because you get distracted on what's important. To tell you the honest truth, I try not to. I refrain from watching too much TV these days and getting myself into all of the crazy stuff that's been going on. Get the truth. So my truth is, I've been struggling with, I had a couple of accidents. For those that don't know, there's very few people know this. In Trinidad, me and a few friends, we were going through an area, coming from the city. We took the back area, coming through a street called Saddle Road. Excuse me for a minute. Bless me. Yeah. So the guy who was driving, the car, the front tires, I'm not too sure about the back tires, but I know the front tires were, balling to the point there was wires coming out from the tires. So we were on our way back home, and he decided to, it actually rained on our way back home. Close these windows. And he decided to kind of turn off the lights while he was driving, because we were coming through the mountainside, so there was a winding road. So he decided to turn off the lights at certain corners and bends and stuff. And this was like maybe 3-4 o'clock in the morning, right? And this area was pitch black, no street light. So what ended up happening, the car skidded. So the car went to the left and hit the mountain, thankfully, because if it went to the right, on a right turn, on a left turn, because you would be turning, it would have skid off into the cliff, right? So he was turning right, and it skidded to the left, and it actually crashed into the mountain. There was 4 of us in the car. None of us got injured, but the car was seriously damaged. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. So that was my first accident. Then I came to Canada, and in 2012, my wife picked me up from work one day, and we were at a stop sign waiting to turn, and this company truck just hit me from behind. That was accident number 2. And then in 2014, I was just coming back from dropping someone to March break camp, and I was waiting at a yield turn to enter into the main traffic, and it snowed that day, and somebody with a dog, he had a dog in his front seat with him in the car, don't know if the dog distracted him or if he was on his phone also, just like the first one. He hit me from behind. And then 2008, ambulance was passing and traffic stopped. 2 cars in front of me stopped, then I stopped, but the car behind me just slammed straight into the back of me. That was a bad one for them as well. For me, that accident caused me to actually I got checked out by the medics, because the hospital is literally across the street. So the medics checked me out, and first time ever, high blood pressure. I sat there in the back of the ambulance and I cried, because man, I know what it is to have high blood pressure. My mother had high blood pressure, and it was a point in time, it was pretty crazy time for me to experience that accident at that time. But anyhow, we'll get back to you shortly. I'm going to pick up the kids. Okay, so I'm back. So I think I left off with the the last accident was when they hit me. Actually, from the second one, like, I suffered a concussion. The third one, I definitely suffered a second concussion, right? Because if you never had a concussion before, personally, it's like you tell yourself everything's okay and everybody's telling you you are not okay. So it's weird. It's a weird feeling. Right? So if you see waving hands in the back, I'm moving around or talking, that's my kids in the back. But I went through a crazy moment where you don't understand how your life could change until a circumstance really comes up, right? So a circumstance like that for me, I was still at the point where I was in between becoming, or I would say about to attempt to go self-employed or try to be self-employed. But unfortunately for me, I was employed at the time because I just started a new job, right? So this is what happened. After that happened to me and I had this job, right? I had to apply for, I was still training. So here's the lesson that you learn out of this. I was still going through the training, and because of the fact that you are still considered what they call in training, if for some reason, this is the excuse that the employer used. I was still in training, and because I reported to them that I had an accident, and they actually let me go based on the fact that they were claiming my trainer was basically, he was stranded in his home country because of documentation to come back into Canada. So because he didn't have documentation to come back into Canada, they had to let me go because they didn't have anybody to train me. And that was the reason why they let me go. So your situation can change at any moment with any job that you have. Alright? Next example. Right? These are real cases and real life situations of people that I've known. Right? They are family member fall ill or whatever, and they have to, and I'm talking about a husband or wife, right? And they have to spend time to actually come out from work early to get the kids. The sun is in the light. I don't know if I can close this. That's better. Yeah, and that individual who had to come out of work numerous times to, you know, go get the child or whatever. And some of these cases are family members, right? The employer look at them as in a terrible way in terms of, okay, you're not spending the time that I need you to be at work. So they're going to come up with a reason why they need to let you go, right? And when that happens, right, depending on if you're now starting a job or not, like, it happens. You have a child, and that child now is dependent on the parent. May they be together or not together, or whatever the situation may be, right? And you fall sick, or your partner falls sick, and now it's either one person have to hold all the load, or is the same sick person now who has passed away. This guy just ran a red light. So yeah, this person who was kind of expected to, or who just started a job, again, these situations happen. It's shocking when it happened to you, but it happens. And the individual you expect to be around to financially help out, because of the job situation, that let them go, or because you just switched a new job and end up in a situation like me where I just started the job, so I'm training, so I ain't getting no benefits, I ain't getting no coverage, I ain't getting no protection. So now I'm stranded, right? So owning a policy is great. It's great, right? But the times when you pick up and you switch jobs, or you get laid off from one job to another job, those are the moments where your risk has just went from 1% to 100% risk, right? So it's always good to have your own personal coverage, because in between you switching jobs or whatever the case may be, and something happened to you, right? Even you, let's say you got laid off and you're looking for work, you don't have no coverage, and you're driving, shopping, looking for a job, and God forbid you get in a car accident. Yeah, Shiloh? You went to Whitby. You went to Whitby for the Blue Juice.
And then we saw Walmart.
You saw Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Toys R Us. Nice. Okay, yeah, so something like that happens and you're looking for work, right? And that's an accident situation, right? What about a situation where you in between looking for work, or you just start this job and you fall sick? You don't have no coverage, and you're not gonna get coverage because you're already sick. Company's not gonna cover you. So what you gonna do? So take this piece of information from me, and it's the truth. Having something of yours is better than having something that is not yours, right? Because once you're not with that company, you don't get anything. It's not yours anymore. You've been paying into it, but once you leave, that's it. You're on your own. Right, guys? It's better to have something of yours than to have nothing, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
know every man want bust, me no want bust. I grow me one grow. Rasta know I want to be like the tree that is planted by the rivers of water, that beareth 40 fruit in its season, whose leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever I do it shall prosper. Rasta know every man want bust, me no want bust. I grow me one grow. Rasta know every man want bust, me no want bust. I grow me one grow. Rasta know like buy a piece of land, buy some minivan, set up a plan for the younger one. Buy some house and bother one like a mouse. Help to get a youth, and you know them have it close. Every man want bust, me no want bust. I grow me one grow. Rasta